Welcome, my fellow Chuggalos. Day 23. A little sad, a little melancholy, a little mixed feelings today. Day 23 of our 24-day journey on the Advent calendar. We have this day, this drink, this beer, and tomorrow, and that's it. It's Christmas Eve tomorrow. Merry Christmas to one and all. May you all have a blessed and happy New Year as well. Today is, I've really been looking forward to this day for a long time. I know I've been saying that throughout the Advent calendar, haven't I? But it's true. It's all true. Because I had the privilege and advantage of getting a little sneak peek before the order went into place. And I put them in order. And I was really excited about this day. This is a special day. What are you saying, Phil? They're all special days. You say that every day. Yes, I know. And some days aren't as special as others, as we've come to find out. But yet, yes, it is a special day today. This is something I've been waiting for in anticipation, great anticipation. And I put it in the place of honor on day 23 because it's almost day 24. It's almost the last day beer, which we always want to make one of the peak beers. And it's also in the back in the in between time, which we try. Which we try to tend to put all the better beers in there, a lot of the better beers, and the in between time is the between the carriage house and the end of the Advent calendar. So this is Rheingeist Mushhushushu. I think that's how you pronounce it. I've looked at it how it breaks down phonetically, and I think it's Mushhushushu. Mushhushushu. That's different than what it says on here. Anyway, it might be Mushhushushu, but it might be Mushhushushu. Anyway, 2019. It's a very special, it's a shorty, as you can tell, so it was on tap at the Barrel House. It is lovely on tap. It's a 2019. It's laid down a long time. It was aged in bourbon barrels for 10 months, and it's actually a blend of 3 different dark ales. I don't know which dark ales are blended, but they're a blend of 3. Alcohol content, ABV, is 11.3, so it's not a barley wine, but it's going to be strong and put some hair in your chest. In my case, I hope it puts some hair in my face. Yeah, I got this thing going with JT here. So anyway, 11.3, 2019, Rheingeist, always great. One of my favorite breweries in Ohio. Love Truth. That's my go-to IPA. If you want a West Coast IPA, there ain't one much better than Rheingeist Truth. That is a fact, Jack. And the brewery down there in Cincinnati is phenomenal. So anyway, that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. I'm really looking forward to this. It's dark ale. It's going to be almost imperial-like, I think, and double to maybe triple stout kind of character to it. So it's going to have some oomph to it. It's going to have some serious body and legs to it, and it's going to have a little bit of alcohol that we might be able to taste. But we'll see how it balances. It'll also have a lot of sweetness to it. By the way, they used an interesting combination of malts for this, and I'm sure it's because it's 3 different beers, right? So the malts went into and were specifically handpicked for those particular beers, right? Those ales, those dark ales, and then they brought them all together, and so you end up with malts from a lot of interesting places. So they have chocolate malt, which is what stout's normally made of. It's roasted, so it becomes this dark chocolatey color, and it imparts some chocolate flavors, esters, and it's got roasted malt in it as well, which is very normal for a dark stout, even a porter. That's kind of what you expect. But it also has something called Maris, and it has flaked barley and flaked oats, which is unusual to see. So those combinations should make things really interesting. I'm guessing it's going to be complex and rich and deep and all those wonderful things. So without further ado, let's get on with the pour. Oh yeah. Looks like a cup of cold brew. Look at that. It's so sad. It's so small. I want it to last. Make it go longer. Oh my goodness. Wow. Wow. The vanilla flavor is phenomenal. There's a lot of vanilla flavor in here. It is, wow. It's like that Madagascar vanilla that you get at Costco. The really, really strong, really lovely, rich flavored vanilla. I love that stuff, by the way. Problem is, it's in too big of bottles for us to ever use enough of, with only two of us here in the house. So, but it's phenomenal. Madagascar vanilla from Costco. Anyway, smells a lot like it. There's a great, great vanilla smell to it, and that's awesome. It's like creamer on a coffee. I smell some coffee in there too. Of course, you're going to, with chocolate malt and roasted barley underneath there. You're going to get some coffee flavors in there. That's all there is to it. So you get that, and wow, notes of chocolate. Now, okay. Now let's talk about the s'mores. Remember the s'mores that we kind of liked? Great cream ale, but it wasn't really a s'more. It was a beautiful cream ale, though, right? This has the makings of a great s'more because I get the vanilla up front. It's so aromatic that it could be marshmallow, right? It's going to impart sweetness. It's going to have some of that same character as marshmallow. And I've definitely got chocolate in there, but there is coffee too. So it'll be like a coffee s'more. Were there ever such a thing? Never heard of that, but hey, I just made that crap up. All right, so here we go. Not much in the head department, but it's got an incredibly rich in the nose. It's just incredible. Wow. Wow. Oh yeah, Rheingeist. Hit another one out. Mushhushushu might be Shohei Ohtani's favorite dark ale, maybe. Because he hit the ball out of the park with this one, baby. Wow, that's really good. I'm liking it. It's still a little tight. It needs to open up a little bit more. When beers are brewed like this, with this kind of ABV and this level of complexity with all the different ingredients in there, they're meant to lay down for a while. That's not really super common with a beer, actually, except for stronger ales. And but this one is meant to lay down a little longer, even though it was brewed in 2019. I think it's still got a ways to go. Sometimes you get that with wine too, right? If you pop open a bottle of wine and you drink it too soon before it's time, you can tell it hasn't fully matured yet. It hasn't fully blended and integrated all of those incredibly delicious, complex flavors all together in this incredible brew that becomes just a delight for your palate. So I'm kind of getting that, but I also think it might still be a little chilly. So I'm going to let it warm up here while we talk. The hops they used were Bravo hops, and it's the only ones they listed. So I guess I take that to mean that Bravo hops were the hops that were used for all three of these different brews that they blended together, these different dark ales. I don't know what those other ales were, the individual ones that make it up. I suppose I could have looked, but I was feeling a little lazy today. Just pop it open and enjoy it, says I. So, yeah. You can tell right away when you open up a high ABV beer, a lot of what you'll get off the top rope, if I may borrow such a colloquialism, you will taste a lot of burn from the alcohol, and you'll get a lot of the alcohol aromatics in the back of your palate, in the sort of in the soft palate area back there, which goes up into your nose, and you smell it, and it kind of burns a little bit. Your eyes might water a little bit, etc. from high alcoholic content. We mistake that for smell, but it's really not. It's really not. The alcohol itself doesn't smell. That just kind of burns. But it's the alcohol combined with, some of the other flavors that are in here, the esters that we talk about, like the coffee and the vanilla and the chocolate and chocolate nibs. And there's other stuff in here too, I can tell. There's dark fruit in here, but I'm not able to pick it out yet because I think it needs to warm up and open up a little bit more. See, as the beer opens, as you let it expose to the air and oxygenate a little bit, that alcohol will burn off, right? So you'll get some of that heady, fumey stuff will burn off, which will leave you with a much better and slightly warmer brew to taste, which will start revealing some of its secrets. You'll start seeing some things that were hidden, things that were a little bit more subtle, and you'll start tasting them all the way back across the back of your palate. So you get to taste all those great tastes. You'll get to taste the sweet, the sour, the salty, the whole deal, all the way across your palate, and you'll start picking out some of those other flavors and esters that are in there. Yeah, it's getting there. It's getting there. That is lovely. That is lovely. All right. I know yesterday was not one of my better days on the podcast. It was very short and sweet. It wasn't very sweet. Let's just be honest, okay? That lambic was just, I don't know, man. There was just nothing. There was nothing there that I really dug. That was kind of difficult to take. Brasserie de la Seine. Sounds really cool. Bière de Copage. There's a little blend of that 2-year Cantillon Lambic, which we had before, blended in, right? The one that we had before that was blended into that one was the raspberry. Right? Where is that dang thing anyway? Anyway, I don't know. Anyway, I could settle in next to the fireplace here and just sip on this all evening, and just every taste it gets better. Every taste as it warms up. Remember, you can help it along a little bit by doing a little of this. Do a little swirl, let it release some of that. Let that come off of there, off the top of there, so it just calms down a little bit. It'll help it warm up too, because it's surface area. Remember your chemistry. Surface area, man. You want to expose surface area to, and then entropy will happen, right? The warm air from here and the cold from there will find its equilibrium, and which will mean that this airspace, volume of airspace here will warm up or will cool down very slightly. It will be undetectable to you, but more noticeably, this cold beverage will warm up. So we do that, and it releases some more flavors too. Let's see what else we get in there. Oh yeah, I'm liking that. I'm liking that all day. That is really good. All right, I'm tasting something on the back now. Um, some back notes, some finishing notes, and it's got a little tang to it. I think it might be that dark fruit I was smelling before. Mm. Oh, that is lovely. That dog hunts all day long. It's got the coffee, but the coffee's not. It's a really solid, good part of the character, but it's not overbearing in my mind anyway. I like a good coffee stout typically, but this is not a stout exactly. It's almost there. It is almost there because it's dark, pretty dark. It's got roasted and chocolate barley's in there. It's the alcohol content is quite high. It could almost fool you into thinking that it was a stout, but it's not. And it's interesting because it's not a porter either. With that molassesy kind of flavoring. Mm. It is sweet though, beautifully sweet, balanced sugar content, but it's not molassesy or syrupy, which is kind of cloying a little bit. Love that flavor, but it does tend to cloy, which tends to overpower everything else around it. So you'll get less of everything else. This is beautiful because it actually holds its sweetness while it doesn't overpower the other flavors that are around it. So you get the full flavor. I think I got some marshmallow in here. I really do. I mean, there's definitely vanilla in there, and there's a cream kind of a flavor to me. I'm it is almost like drinking, a hot cocoa, but a hot cocoa with coffee in it, and with some whipped cream on top, maybe, or yeah, a little whipped cream, a little creamer in it, a little whipped cream on top. Uh, Little bits of marshmallow in there. Oh yeah, that's good. That is a beer. That's a winner. That is a winner in my mind. Who am I? I'm just Phil. I'm nobody. I'm just a guy here in a flannel shirt sitting next to my Christmas tree, just marveling over the awesome wonders of dark ale. I love it, man. I should be brewing. I should be brewing again. I really want to. Mm. It's a lot of work and energy, though. Maybe that would be a good thing to take up again. So, um, so for me, this gets high marks. I love that Rheingeist called it a dark ale. I love that they call it that. It's reminiscent of my newfound buddy Gus, who lovingly refers to American barley wine as strong ale. And I love that. I love where he's coming from on that. It's a unique take on that. And it's something that I can relate to and share. But that's kind of where this takes me. This takes me more towards it's a strong ale. It's a strong dark ale, but it's not a stout. It's not a porter. It certainly isn't a barley wine. And it's got all the earmarks and fingerprints of many of the great qualities of both of those things. It's got some great residual sweetness like a porter. It's got some terrific coffee notes and chocolate notes like a stout. The vanilla is phenomenal in it. Now, some of that's burned off a little bit, but when I first opened that bottle, I could smell it from 3 feet away, and I smelled it in the top of the glass. It was magnificent. Oh, man, it was just this great, really beautiful, natural vanilla flavor. Not the imitation kind. Don't buy that crap. You don't need to. Don't buy imitation. Buy the real deal. Buy real vanilla. Okay, so it costs a couple bucks more. You're gonna thank me for it. And go to Costco. Get their Madagascar vanilla. Anyway, time for me to rate this. This, wow. Based on how I've been oohing and ahhing about this, you can probably tell where this might be going. One of those things, though, take a break before I go there. With an 11.3 ABV and sort of the stronger flavors that are in this, it's not like it's not like a guzzling beer. It's not like oh wow, it's a